Okay, so here I'm going to show you the arrival maneuver of the CMA CGM Saint-Germain. It's a ship of 399.9 meters long. She's got a breadth of 61.3 meters, and her arrival draft is 12.7 meters. Now she's heading to Deurganckdok at the port of Antwerp, and it's usual for ships to dock here with the bow pointing outward. So that means on arrival, you're on the river and you have to swing the ship around and back her up into the dock. In this case, I have to dock on the south side of the dock, so I'll have to swing around over starboard side, excuse me, port side, and then dock starboard side too. In this case, we have an ebb tide, so that's current against, of about 1.5 knots. And the wind is from the south southeast, force to 5, gust up to 6, and then halfway through the maneuver, the wind suddenly picks up a little bit. Enjoy.
Stop engine. Hardport.
Also, for your information, I'm being assisted here by two tugboats. I have VB Eagle on my stern and VB Seine on my bow. VB Eagle is an 86-ton tugboat, the VB Seine a 65-ton tugboat. They're both connected with a tugs line going through the center lead forward and aft.
52 starboard. Let's go ahead. Port 10. Port 10. Port 10 after. 75 to starboard. Port 5. Port 5. Port 5, sir. Me too. 10. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Or you have 420 Mary. We still have quite some business. Yeah.
So with an
I will
ebb tide,
slowly
the
turn
aim is
the bow towards
to
the boy.
get the bow as close to the southern corner of the dock, and then start your swing maneuver. If you turn too early and you end up having the current coming in a beam, basically you're lost. You when the current comes in a beam, no matter how many tugboats you have, you can't counter the effect of the current. So if you turn too soon, the current is going to set you to the west and is going to
Bow
set you to
75.
the
Power please.
um, northerly corner there, and basically there's no escape. The only thing you can do then is give engine ahead and go back downriver and swing somewhere on the river, come back and retry the maneuver. If you stick with your maneuver, you're just going to end up on the moored ships and the wall
Stop
on the
engine.
northern side. So the aim is get the bow in as close to the southern corner of the dock and then slowly start swinging over port side. And then later, once we start swinging, I'll explain a little bit how I'm going to use the current to help me swing the bow around.
Power port. Power port.
So I'm going to show you here this dotted line you see running from one corner to the other, basically from one green buoy to the other. And that's basically a demarcation line of where the current stops. So you have the river running from left to
Let's go
right
ahead.
on top there, and we have an ebb tide, which is the flashing arrow. So the current, the ebb tide, is running out to sea, but in the dock itself, there's almost no current. Basically, there's zero current. So you have a demarcation line where the current still runs and then bends to the north. And this is quite important in our maneuver. So
Eagle came over
remember
the
this
training room.
dotted line. Everything above it, you'll still have the ebb tide. Below it,
Top
you will
engine.
not have any current anymore. And that becomes quite important later in the maneuver.
Top engine equipment. Distance to the boy is 170. But now I will start. reading the terms of which I helped a little bit, not much, but
So here you see the aft tug, the VB Eagle. She's falling completely abeam on the starboard side, and I'm having her pull three quarters of her power approximately to bring the stern in. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the stern below the dotted line we were talking about. So bringing the stern below the dotted line, keeping the forward part of the ship above the dotted line, helps you swinging the ship around. And you'll see later on, I won't even use the forward tug. I won't even use the bow thruster. Just the fact that my stern is out of the current, but the forward part of the ship is being gripped by the ebb tide gives me a very large rate of turn. I will even have to use the forward tug in the end of the maneuver uh, to stop the swing a little bit. So that's why during this whole turn, you'll see her being standby on the starboard side to make sure I'm not swinging too fast. So here, I basically wasn't happy with my position. I felt I was still too far on the river. The current is pushing me to the northwest. The wind is also pushing me to the northwest. So I felt I was too far on the river and I needed to get the stern further into the dock. So here I'll start using the engine, dead slow astern. In the end, I'll go to slow astern and I'll even go half astern because the stern power on the vessel was not that much. So I'm trying to get the stern into the dock as soon as possible. Otherwise, my whole vessel is basically 90 degrees to the current, and that's not a good position to be in.
let's go, sir. Slow, sir. Sorry, slow. Well, 50 to starboard. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go to the balcony. Slow turn, please.
So here we get a little surprise. The wind, which was blowing from the south southeast, force 4 to 5, steady, suddenly picked up, and we had some steady wind, force 6, gusts up to 7, and even more from the southeast. So you'll see that the whole ship is being pushed to the port side, and I'm laterally moving towards the north. I'll have to adjust with the tugboats a little bit and find a new balance with the wind. Also taking into account it's probably just a short period that the wind increases, but still, it's It's always a little bit of a surprise when the wind starts picking up suddenly during your maneuver. Okay, so well, that concludes a little bit swinging maneuver at the entrance of Deurganckdok with an ebb tide and a south southeasterly wind. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Thank you.